So, we've got more on Dolly Madison because the White House was not just for the president. The First Lady lived there as well. And most famously, during the War of 1812, Dolly Madison stayed behind in Washington, D.C., while James Madison fled to avoid capture or assassination. And she stayed behind and helped save not just the portrait of Washington, D.C., but important papers and silverware and things that were very historic. Dolly Madison was born in 1768 in North Carolina and was raised in a Quaker family living in Virginia and Philadelphia. Dolly Madison's first husband was John Todd Jr. of Philadelphia, and they married in 1790, but she was widowed by 1793. He died from yellow fever. So Dolly Madison was widowed at age 25 with one child named John Payne Todd. Now, her widowhood and social grace caught the attention of the future fourth president of the United States at the time, James Madison. They married in 1794, 1 year later, after her husband passed away. From 1809 to 1817, she serves as First Lady of the United States. She was known as a unifier and redefined the role with bipartisan squeezes, they were called, and political charm. And as I said, during the War of 1812, as recounted by Dolly Madison herself, she said, "I ordered the glass smashed and the canvas cut," as she saved the portrait of George Washington. And that happened in 1814. And 1 year later, in 1815, while she was still First Lady, she co-founds the Washington City Orphan Asylum with Marcia Burns Van Ness. And this is an early female-led civil philanthropic endeavor. And it was quite successful. And Marcia Burns Van Ness is the daughter of David Burns, which he was the owner of the land that the White House now sits on. So from 1817 to 1836, it doesn't say exactly where Dolly Madison was, but in 1836, when James Madison died, Dolly Madison returns to Washington, D.C., and becomes a revered elder stateswoman. In 1844, Dolly Madison was granted the first honorary seat in Congress on the House floor. In 1849, Dolly Madison dies in Washington, D.C., and then she is buried in Montpelier, Vermont, beside James Madison. History, I love it.